It's really important to collect my thoughts, and I do these renewal dates where I go out to Freja Park, and there's a specific rock that you take this little path up to, and you can kind of just like look out over the water, and there's the highway back there next to the notch, but it's just like, serene. And there was one summer, I can't think of like a specific time, but there were multiple times when I was just like kind of down on life, and I would like leave for work, but I wouldn't really go to work. I would call out sick, and I'd literally spend like hours and hours up there, like, I'm gonna write a song, or even if I didn't, just like being out there by myself, just trying to figure out life, because you always know what is important, but it's really like why it's important. And when you separate yourself, you can kind of like dwell on that sort of.
There is a thing that is what I call the Bolton family. And what is that? I'm not really sure what it is. But if you're lucky enough to belong to the Bolton family, you know what it is. And this is something that I think requires you to be close enough to people, and that's the kind of thing that gives you an unspoken bond with that person that other friendships that do not have that degree of intimacy don't necessarily understand. So it's not something that is accessible only by those who have been here since their first sunrise that they can remember. It's accessible to everybody, but I would say to access it, a person needs to be out in Bolton and experience its wonders. And they're here every day. There was a fantastic moon the other night that was coming up just as the sun was going down. These things are accessible to everyone if you can find the few split seconds to appreciate it. But still, I find my life so defined by my various to-do lists that I'm not as cognizant of the quiet words that the lands of Bolton and the people of Bolton are speaking. And I'm diminished by this. I used to be able to walk in the woods with heavy burdens on my shoulders, either my own woods or Gay City or the Rose Farm or up on Birch Mountain. I could walk anywhere, and I could come out an hour later much lighter.
Most young people are kind of jaded by things that are inside and in front of their face that they don't appreciate going out and looking for other things. And I think that nature is one of the most free and most beneficial experiences that a person could have without spending money, spending excessive negative energy, spending time worrying, spending time doing anything except for centering yourself. And it's a shame that we've lost sight of that. I lost sight of that. I was here for 18 years and I was depressed almost. I was bored with what was in front of me, and I thought, oh, well, I'm going to go way out there, and I'm going to go to a different environment completely from my own. I moved to New York City, and I thought, well, if I was so depressed then, should feel so much better now. And I think as time went on and the more I came back here and the more I grew up, I guess, I started spending more time with my dad especially and listening, really listening to what he said. And I see Bolton for the true beauty that it is, which is the purest form, just because we live in something like New York City where it's about what's right now, what's not last minute. I've experienced that, and I don't think it's as fulfilling as coming back here and spending time with people that you grew up with and being able to be outside. Just simple, really simple things that don't require anything else, and it's more than limiting yourself to one possibility. That's what's most important, is that everyone can be a part of it. And whether I'm a city girl or not, whether I don't like hiking boots as opposed to heels or not, I really truly believe that it doesn't matter.